Hello everyone, your voice here and welcome to our channel Sansevieria 101. So for this episode, we're going to feature another inflorescence or flower bloom coming from one of the unconfirmed species that I have collected. And my only clue is that it is very similar to what was posted as SP Langobaya and the International Sansevieria Society group and on FB social media, and that is the most similar picture that I can compare to the plant which I am showing right now, and what I'm showing you are pictures of the inflorescence or flower bloom. I have captured the first picture May 27th 2025, so but I might have captured it late because it might have started blooming May 25th or 26th. However, the by the time that I noticed it, it's already May 27th 2025, and what I'm showing you right now is that it started to grow in length, and perhaps the most distinct characteristic, especially if you can do a rewind and check the first pictures with regards to the flower tube of this specimen that I'm showing, is that the flower bracts are very thick. So the budding skins or the flower the flower bracts on the early stages, they are very thick, and then as well as the flower bracts that are clumped up, they are very thick in appearance. And then later on I'll show you, or we will be taking measurements with regards to the dimensions of the flower stalk itself. But right now what I'm showing you is the stalk already growing in height, and the flower bracts are already left on the bottom part, and what you see now are the flower tubes taking in form. We've tried measuring it. That picture that I'm showing you, or this picture that I'm showing you right now, I'm using a 24-inch ruler. So as you can see that the 24-inch ruler is just like half of this of the height of that inflorescence. And by using the measuring tape, we've measured the height of the inflorescence at 37 inches. It may be growing to 38 or 39 since the flower tubes are still in developmental stages. They're not in full length, so later on I might be showing you another measurement. But right now the stalk has grown in a very tall height, and the flower tubes are also they are also growing in length, and that is in preparation for opening up as well as you can see that the clusters on this inflorescence are very dense. Later on we will also discuss that. This picture right now will show you that the flower tubes have stretched or they have stretched out. I think they are about to bloom on the next few pictures. This is how the whole plant would look like, and you can see that this is a very large plant, and like I mentioned, those flower tubes have grown in length, and they were preparing to bloom. And the first day there were just about 2 to 3 flower tubes that bloomed. Then the following days another group of flower tubes have bloomed. So up to date, it's not done opening up yet. So this is a large plant and a complicated inflorescence. In fact, it took about 10 days for it to up to date, because I'm making this recording and there are still some flower tubes that have not opened up. So what's very rare is that most of the Sansevierias that I have dealt with, they would open up, or they will finish blooming. All the flower tubes will finish blooming in about a week, but this one, it took more than 10 days already. It will take about 2 weeks for all the flower tubes to open up. So it's a very complicated and very dense inflorescence coming from this unknown species. So folks, later on, please stay tuned, because on the next video we will discuss more about the characteristics. We'll take measurements about the flower tube itself, and record all the significant characteristics of this unknown Sansevieria. So please stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Alright folks, so this is the second part of the content, where we will be discussing more about the inflorescence or flower bloom of the Sansevieria species, which is still unconfirmed, and I was not able to trace the origin of it. I don't have any clue as to where it came from. The only clue that I have is a very similar post of a species which looks very similar to what I have, and on that post it says that it might have come from the place called Langobaya in Africa. So that is the closest clue that I have with regards to this particular Sansevieria species that I have no information of. And for those saying that it might be hybrid, that is most unlikely, because I already had this plant prior to the pandemic, wherein the crossing of Sansevierias is not that rampant, and there is no influx of massive Sansevieria hybrids at that time when I got this plant. And I got this plant as well from an old collector which does not collect hybrids. The collector collects species instead of hybrids. So the idea of it being hybrid is highly unlikely. So going back to what we're discussing, this is how the whole plant would look like, and I've already included pictures of it when we first spotted it blooming. So we already have recorded the height of this inflorescence, and we ended up measuring it at 37 inches by measuring it with a measuring tape. 37 inches, that is converted to centimeters by 93.98 centimeters. So that is very tall. That's almost 3 feet tall. It's a 3 feet tall inflorescence. And we will also take measurements of several of its characteristics, such as the flowers per cluster, which I have already measured prior. And let me see if I can give you a close-up of it. But the maximum flowers per cluster that I have measured on this plant is actually 8, maybe 9. And then on the topmost portion, you'd end up with just one flower tube attached to the flower stalk itself. So again, prior to making this video, I have already taken pictures of it from the first day of inflorescence up to the blooming stage, from budding stage to blooming stage. So we've already taken measurements with regards to the total height of the inflorescence, and with the flowers per cluster, which I think I measured 9 to 1, 9 being the maximum, and 1 flower tube on the topmost portion, which is the minimum flower tube that can be attached to the flower stalk. So once again, this is a raceme type of inflorescence, and we can actually measure the flower tube itself. So prepare the tool for it, and then take measurements. We'll take the flower tube, the measure of the flower tube on the most bottom part of the stalk, because that is mostly where the longest ones would be, and I'm measuring 44.7 millimeters on the topmost portion. They decrease in length, and the shortest that I can actually measure would be 24.9 millimeters. So that is for the length of the flower tube that we gathered as data for this particular Sansevieria species. So with that said, we're almost done, and the flower tube measurements, like I mentioned, is varying on the topmost portion. It is very short, but on the most bottom portion of the inflorescence, you would see that there are flower tubes that are still short, and there are flower tubes that are also long. So when they bloom, though, they will grow longer before they open up. So the measure that I had, the longest, that would be the one, the measure before they open up. That's the measure of the flower tube before they open up. So again, that is all that I can record for the data of this unknown species of Sansevieria. This is how the flower stalk or peduncle would look like. That's the pattern. There is actually a brownish hue on that peduncle. This is the lower portion of it. So that is how it would look like. And like I mentioned, I have already gathered picture on the early stages of inflorescence, which will really help out in identifying this particular unknown Sansevieria species in the future. So aside from discussing the inflorescence or the flower bloom of this specimen, we will also try to note down the characteristics of it. So this is how it would look like. They grow in a rosette form, and the pattern, there is also a pattern which is visible on the leaves. The adaxial part of the leaf is very smooth to the touch. Back part is slightly rough. The leaf form is more of oblongated or elliptical, and then the form of the leaf, especially on the topmost portion, is almost twisting. That's the most distinct characteristics of the plant. On the topmost portion of part of the leaf, it will mostly twist a little bit. So not all of the part of the leaf, but only on the topmost portion. So again, this is the pattern of the leaf. It's a mottled type pattern. There's lighter and darker color of the pattern, and this one actually develop a linear yellow linear variegation, but that's only on one leaf. It's not carried over on the whole plant itself. So aside from that, the length of the width, I don't have something to measure it, but I would say it's more than 12 inches for a single leaf, and then the width would be around 3 inches wide. So that's I guess I'll take measurements after this, because I'm not quite ready. It is in a location where I don't have the usual tools that I need to measure the dimensions of the leaf form of Sansevieria. So aside from that, I think we're done with getting data with regards to the characteristics of this unknown species of Sansevieria, and also we have gathered information with regards to the inflorescence. So folks, if you have any information about this plant, or you know anything about it, or you have seen something similar, you can leave a comment below, as well as if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment as well. If you like what I have presented, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I would really appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoyed watching. So thank you, and you all have a great day.